When did you realize evil wears a friendly face? My stepdad was the kind of man who made teachers jealous. Showed up to every school play, packed my lunch with sweet notes, even built a wooden dollhouse with lighting that actually worked. If there was a trophy for best parent, he'd have 5, and I believed all of it, until the day I found out the dollhouse had a hidden compartment. It was behind the attic staircase where he kept the old paint cans and broken furniture. I'd gone up to find my bike helmet and saw something glint inside the back wall of the dollhouse. When I pulled it open, there were photos, dozens of them. Me, sleeping, brushing my teeth, in the backyard reading. Some I couldn't remember being taken. Some I knew I'd been alone. I didn't understand. Not then. I was 12. Old enough to know not to scream, young enough to think maybe I'd misunderstood. That night at dinner, he told a story about how I used to pretend my food was a spaceship and the peas were aliens. Everyone laughed. I felt cold. From that point on, I started watching him the way I used to watch thunderstorms. Quiet, from the corner of my eye. He never hurt me, not in the way people assume. That was the worst part. There was no mark, no bruise, just this constant feeling that I was being studied like some kind of lab rat. He'd hug me too long, touch my hair too gently, always with that perfect smile, like he practiced it. Once, I caught him reading my diary. He looked up and said, "Just making sure you're okay." I wanted to snatch it back, but I froze. The page he'd paused on said, "I think something's wrong with him, but I can't prove it." I started leaving traps. A bobby pin behind the bathroom mirror, a folded piece of paper under my pillow. Every morning something had moved. I told my mom. She said I was being dramatic, that he loved me like his own, that I needed to give him a chance. So I gave him one last chance. I invited my best friend Mia over for a sleepover. We set her phone up by the door, recording. He knocked at 1:12 a.m., said he'd heard a noise, that he wanted to check on us. He sat down on the edge of my bed, smiled, and said, "Your mom's asleep. You girls need anything?" Mia pretended to be groggy. I clutched the blanket. We said no. He left after a minute, but we had the footage. We showed it to Mia's parents. They took it straight to a friend on the school board. Everything moved fast after that. Mom still didn't believe me. Even when they found the hard drive in his desk, full of screenshots from my webcam, my school photos saved under sunshine, spreadsheets with dates and times and God knows what else. The police said he hadn't broken a law, that he was borderline, that surveillance in your own home, especially of your stepchild, was gray, but the school banned him. CPS opened a case, and Mom finally stopped calling me a liar when she saw the folders labeled with my name, color-coded by age. I don't know what broke her more, what she saw or the fact that she didn't see it first. She moved out a month later, took me somewhere quiet. I got a new school, new room, new locks. Sometimes I still hear footsteps in the hallway when I'm trying to sleep. Sometimes I flinch when a man raises his voice.